mechanical system, transmission, AC, drivetrain, and more. Endurance has plans for any budget. Repairs can be done at the certified mechanic of your choice, and they're paid directly with no middleman. Plans cover 24/7 roadside assistance, towing, battery jumps, fuel deliveries, tire changes, lockout services, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Act now and get our elite benefits, including complete tire care and key fob replacement. A $2,000 value at no extra cost. With Endurance, you could never pay for covered auto repairs again, so call now for your free quote. Call 800-498-2843. 800-498-2843. 800-498-2843.
Alfredo Ortiz of Job Creators Network says his group's new initiative, Education Freedom USA, aims to send more control of education dollars right back to the state and local communities.
And we don't need a big monstrosity in D.C. telling our parents how to best do and basically how to teach our own kids.
And Ortiz was interviewed by the Salem Radio Network this week. In a speech at the AI Summit in Paris, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said that Europe can be a credible contender in the AI industry.
The AI race is far from being over. The truth is, we're only at the beginning.
France played host to an AI summit this week, which drew top tech executives and policymakers to discuss things like artificial intelligence's impact on global security, economics, and governance. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com.
This is Breitbart News Saturday with your host, Matt Boyd.
No.
That's my phone. Saturday here on the Sirius XM 125, the Patriot channel. I'm Matt Carroll. I'm Washington Bureau Chief for Broadcasting Live today. From St. Augustine, Florida, the number here 866-95
Oh, we're connected. Everything I have is already connected. Even when I upgraded my phone, it automatically connected to it. It even took all the passwords that it had. Careful when we open that back. This box is just settled in the back.
Thank you. Hey, I love all of our other hosts, though. I love Mike Slater. I love Joel, right? Like on Sunday nights, right? Like, love those guys. They're doing great. And I love doing Saturday mornings. You want the reason why. If you're going during the week, you're like just like drowning in a fire hose, right? Drinking from a fire hose of all the news, right? Like just nonstop. And you know, and I'm doing that anyway, like during the course of the week. But this gives us a chance to kind of like, this is like the chill out zone, right? Like where we get to really hash things out.
Never had a disconnect there.
All right, Dan, go ahead with your points.
Well, I didn't say they weren't good. I just said, you know, you're Tom Brady, and you got freaking, I don't know, some other quarterback that plays in the back. Anyway, so I love the fact that the callers are fired up today. I love it. And Doge, the guy who was talking an interview on Doge in every state, he's absolutely right. When you look at Massachusetts, you get the gas tax, the mass tax, sales tax, property tax, liquor tax.
Morning, Oklahoma.
Tickets, Powerball. You got the mega box gambling, the casinos, right? So where's all the money going? And then they go to the phone government for more money. It's unbelievable. So yeah, absolutely. In New Hampshire, yeah, crippling practice. There's no way that all these states can't be streamlined, and you will find tons of corruption. Because anybody who's involved knows there's corruption in all the states.
See you in the back seat.
And in the town, if you're involved. So that being said, I love what Trump is doing.
We're going to drive this. Mostly sleety rain right now, but it's going to be straight up rain and then switch back to snow again. It's like a little different phase that we're driving through.
Economic plan accomplishes that. You cut out the overspending, accept the taxpayer money, eliminate the debt weight, maintain energy dominance and independence, which will stabilize and lower the prices of everything and combat inflation. And benefit, it's going to benefit every American, not just Republicans, but everybody, independent, Democrat, and this whole thing on affordable housing. That was secure that as well. But construction materials were through the roof on the Biden. Okay, so that you're going to see that come down as well. And President tax plan will also cure that. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on security. Benefits every American again. Tariffs to fund the federal government, along with eliminating waste, theft, streamlining the government, which we eliminated for $36 trillion. And probably reduce that taxes. Okay. But people got to realize every time we kept borrowing money, it costs the government more money. And
You have papers with holes in it.
Middle class working
You
families.
get a puncher or you get the paper like that.
I just got a paper. I do have a puncher though.
Before 1913, we were paying zero federal tax, and we were paying well less than 10% on state and local taxes. Now we're paying 35%. So I believe that eventually you're going to see that 35 come down. Trump will trim that down.
Hello.
And we got to clean up our elections. That's the key here. To keep the America First movement going. You got that. I wasn't too happy to see what was going on the other day. You got fake Republicans in Mississippi, South Carolina, Florida, and Texas. Okay, and in Texas, you had that House Speaker, Justin Burrow. Okay, who appointed a Democrat Speaker pro tem, Joe Moody.
Are we there yet?
What's going on with that? I mean, we got to realize when you're looking at Texas, everybody thought.
Well, we are going to make a little snack and gas stop right here at the freeway. But then it's going to be straight through 2 hours.
It has to do with the fact that Ken Paxton was investigating
As long as there's no
election.
road issues or traffic. That's why we're leaving early.
The person got wind of it, and they notified the person, and they told him to fix this up. And that's why they went after him. That's what it had to do with. And when you look at these Republicans in Texas, you got 25 of the 38 seats. Okay, you got of those seats, 9 of the 25 are F and D, and you got 260. Okay, when you're a 60, you're 0.01%. So what do you want to call it? I counted it as a D, but I quite frankly think it's an F. And then you got 170. So 10 of those 25 seats are really no good. Now, when you look at the Democrats,
What you got?
okay, the Marxist, Communist, Socialist,
I feel
Democrats,
that.
people
Something
wonder
easy to eat while I'm
why
driving.
these people
Yeah.
stick together. It's very simple. They're all in that 0 to 20 voting block. Anybody that looks at voting records, voting grades, whatever you want to call it, they're in that 0 to 20 block. Okay.
Hey, Edwina. It's been a while. Good to see you.
Democrats, you have 0 Republicans in the Democrat Party.
I was a little bit. They salted pretty good, though. They were salted all morning. But yeah, it's mostly wet right now. It's all going to freeze up tonight, though. Driving back from Columbus.
You got 80-point windows. So you see what's going on here? I mean, look at that. I mean, when you look at Arkansas, okay, you got 4 seats, okay, all Republicans in Arkansas. The 4 seats in the U.S. Congress, they're all 40, Crawford 42, Bell 45, Womack 45, and Westerman, okay, a 50. That's not excellent. That's not creating American excellence right there. Okay, so if you're gonna fill all the seats, you always look at the U.S. Senate, but I'm not impressed. Okay, but let's say though, the thing here is if we cannot control and elect Republicans in the 80 to 100,
Kicking somebody up.
you will never have a team from top to bottom.
Sorry.
If they don't do the
I didn't think about it when I said it down.
I know.
And this is, when you look at Dan Cruz, okay, in New Jersey, who is a Democrat? Let's
I don't want to fucking
Okay.
live right now, though. So, honest history.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Well, Dan, thank you for the call. Yeah, and that's the point here. What we have to do is we have to keep taking advantage of every single one of these primaries and everything to continue to add to the good numbers of the good guys in there, right? Because that's how you really move the needle and how you move it forward. Okay, let's go now to Lorenzo in Boston on line 5. Lorenzo, you're on Bright Party Saturday. How can we help you today?
Hey, Matt, thanks for taking my call. Yeah, Dan was right about a lot of stuff. Bradley J. stole a lot of my thunder. He explained what I wanted to ask you about. And the other guy, the other question I have is Doge about going into the States. That guy he kind of got both of my things. So I guess I'll ask, do you think Doge is going to be able to go into the States? That's
Yes.
one thing. And
before you get to the other question, hold on, let me address that first. This has to happen from the states, right? Like, so each state's going to be a little bit different, right? But it has to happen. Some states you've got great governors who will go for it, right? Like some states you have great, like, you know, other state level officials like auditors and lieutenant governors and you know, secretaries of state or whatever that will go for it. And then other states, it may have to come from the legislature or even maybe outside groups, right? Like, or even the minorities in the state legislatures, right? Like a, you know, deep blue state like Massachusetts, it's going to have to come from the from the minority in the state legislature or outside groups, right? Like, but in, you know, a state like Georgia, the lieutenant governor is leading it, right? Like a state like Ohio, the lieutenant governor is now U.S. senator was leading it, right? Like, so, you know, it's different in different places. But anyway, go ahead with your next question.
Oh, okay, great. See, again, you explained a lot. Like last week, you really explained a lot. I asked a question, you know, about when would Tulsi Gabbard get in and Kennedy and Cash. You nailed it with Tulsi and
It's almost like I know it's almost like I talk to people on Capitol Hill and have a little bit of inside info.
Yeah, right.
Just maybe, right? Like, yeah.
Right. So I guess my one of my questions would be when's Cash gonna get the nod on that?
I'm pretty sure it's coming this coming week. The cash is coming this week, right? Like, so, and that's gonna be, oh my gosh, the FBI is gonna lose their minds, right? Like, but I do believe.
Absolutely.
So he made it. So he made it out of committee on Thursday, right? Like, so Thursday. The committee voted him out, and then they're lining up the Senate vote for sometime this coming week, right? Like, so I don't know if it'll be like Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know exactly when it will be with Cash, but it's probably going to be this week. So if at the very latest, early the week after, but like I'm pretty sure it'll be this week.
Great. So hey, Matt, the caller Dan mentioned, you know, voter. You know, elections and stuff like that. And they were talking, the guy you had on in Arizona, he was talking about cleaning the roll up. You know, this has to be done, and you do it. Howie Carr brings on Jay Valentine, Jeff Corner. These guys, they bring on Jay Valentine. I hope you can get him on sometime to explain how it happened, how it happens. But, you know, I hope you continue to use your platform and expose it, because when you go after something, you really expose it. And I gotta disagree with Dan. You're the Patrick Mahomes. You're young like that. He's young. You're young.
I'd rather be the Brady. Hey, look. Okay. Hey, Mahomes had a rough night. Was that last week? I don't know. The days blur together. The Super Bowl. Hey, look. Patrick Mahomes is one of the greats. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, he's one of the greats. Don't get me wrong, right? But like the greatest of all time is Tom Brady. Okay, like that's I'm not even gonna take right. Well, yeah, but that's the thing. It's not just rings. It's like there's so many other things that go into it, right? I mean, Tom Brady's been to 10 Super Bowls. He won 7 of them, right? Like it's just like it's on another level. Okay, like Mahomes could get there, maybe, right? Like I don't know.
Well,
you know, but like hey.
Yeah, that being said, if we wanted to look at rings and everything, we'd have to look at Henry Rashad and Bill Russell, guys with 10, 12 rings and everything. But we're getting off topic. Just I just hope that I hope we can really drive a stake into this election corruption. And you know, there's a movie real quick, The Godfather, when Marlon Brando went in and they're sitting there, and then they come out of the thing, and he says, he says Bazzini, and whatchamacallit says, well, Bazzini. He goes, yeah, well, I didn't know until this moment it was Bazzini all along. Go figure. He's smarter than the best. Well, that's making me think about Andy Biggs right now, because I'm hearing Andy Biggs wants to run for governor. Where was he in helping Kerry Lake? Okay, I'm very sour on this guy right now. That's all I want to say. Matt, you're the best. Keep it up.
Yep. All right. Thank you, Lorenzo. Yeah, and I will say this about Tom Brady, by the way. There's a standing invitation for Tom to come on this show. I don't know if he'll ever do it. I tried when he played for the New England Patriots, and I tried when he played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I haven't tried since he's retired. But if Tom Brady is listening, and you never know, maybe he is, right? Like, I would love to have you on this program. I would love to talk to you about all sorts of different things. But I don't know if he'll ever do it. But we'll see if he'll ever do it. But I'm a massive Tom Brady fan. I think it's great for American culture and winning, right? That winning mentality, right? Like, that's what we need. We need that winning mentality in this country, and frankly, bigger than just politics, right? Just in life, right? Like, and I would really love to talk to him about that, and like how he, his advice for young people, and I've watched videos of Tom talking about like how he would go about preparing for a game, and while everybody else, in the league is out partying on Friday night before a Sunday football game, he's sitting there watching film all the way until 2 a.m, right? Like game film, preparing, getting the facts together, getting organized, so that way he understands the defense, so you can pick them apart. We need that kind of mentality across the board, because it's not just raw talent. Yeah, he's got the raw talent, but he also, the preparation and the mindset that went into the Patriot way in the Brady Belichick years, just absolutely incredible. And I think that we need that across the board in American society. Okay, let's go to Rob in Texas on line 4. Rob in Texas, you're on Breitbart News Saturday. How can we help you today, sir?
Hey, Matt, thanks for taking my call. I'm approaching 69. I just wanted to make a comment about Social Security. You cannot get anybody on the phone when you call Social Security. It's a 2 to 5 hour wait. They even have a recording that comes on and says prepare for a 120-minute wait. It's never 2 hours. I played it out one day. They never answered. They don't call you back if you leave your number. So when you go to the Social Security office, there's always between 20 and 50 people outside in line, no matter the weather. And when you finally get your spot inside, you have to go to the kiosk and fill it out, which 70 years old or close to it. I didn't grow up with a cell phone, man. I'm not real familiar with computers. So I fill it out best I can. I didn't see one of the questions that pertain to what I was there for, so I click on. They print you out over, you sit down with about another 50 or 60 people at dinner, 100 people sitting waiting, watching the TV screen to get on. I thought I was on Beetlejuice. I told the guy next to me.
So glad I bothered to do my hair today. Just walking back and forth in the
finally,
fucking
when I
rain.
get to the deal, I asked the guy. He says, "Well, what are you here for?" And I told him what you said were your questions on that machine. I didn't understand all of them, and it went by so fast. I didn't want to have to start over. I've been here long enough. So he tried to help me, and then I asked him, I said, "So y'all short-handed now?" He said, "Oh, yeah, there's a hiring freeze. It's been a hiring freeze at Social Security for 2 years. They're real short-handed. That's why they don't answer the phone. Old people have to." And the line outside, I noticed, too, there was only a handful of us that looked like we were in their 60s. Everybody else looked like they were in their 20s and 30s, and none of them looked American. And that's the thing when you get inside. Nobody in there looks like they're Americans. They're all in their 20s. What's that? And I asked the guy about that. He said they're SIS or SSI. I don't know what he was saying. What that's
Social Security insurance, yeah.
And so,
No, it's just terrible. Look, we need to figure out how to make this better.
Oh, because I was looking in the mirror.
Schnuckins.
Streamline
Before we eat big.
It's just a phone within a reasonable amount of time. Nobody in the office without waiting out in the cold for 45 minutes to 2 hours or something like that. And then once you get inside, then it's problems, right? They need to solve these problems.
Yeah, it's real. It's run real poorly in a hurry freeze. Why would you do
Booty.
that when you got
Booty worms on.
90-year-old people standing outside in 20-degree weather with about 30 or 40 people in their 20s that you can't figure out why would they even
I don't
be
want to try
there.
to hold it in turn.
Oh, no, I know that.
Retirement. But it's more, it seems to be more geared towards young people going money for one reason.
Mac cheese. We'll split those.
And
That's
then
what I was
you gotta
thinking
be a
anyway.
computer
Yeah,
guy
six
just
of
to
them.
get yourself signed.
Did get a
in
cup of cheese,
to
though.
watch TV screen, because if you're not paying
For the
attention,
Prince
your
O's.
numbers pulled up on the screen, and you sit there, they'll go past you. Keep going.
Yeah.
And then when someone wakes you up from your afternoon nap, you can't remember why you were there to start with.
Yeah. Unbelievable, Rob. Well, Rob, thank you for the call, sir. Thank you for telling us about this. Again, folks, Breitbart News Saturday here on Sirius XM 125, the Patriot Channel. I'm Matt Boyle, our Washington bureau chief. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Showed his view unless I flipped through all of them.
Give us the hour at 866-95-PATRIOT. We'll be right back after this.
The heart thrust. The hit. The bad girls. The boy bands.
If there was any question why more and more people are expressing their extreme hatred for law enforcement, this should put the exclamation point on the answer.
Can I run him in history where please?
No. No, tell me how am I suspicious? How am I suspicious? What call did you receive? You can't stop me. I did not do anything illegal. Y'all had no calls whatsoever. So how y'all gonna sit here and stop me? I can go because you can't stop me. How am I being detained?
Now remember, we got a call and you're a suspicious person are two of the lies that cops engage in an attempt to justify their actions and give them the reason to put their hands on it.
I'm being detained. Under what law? Under what law? Because I'm known to break law? No, that's why you can't stop me. That's illegal. And I got you on camera without you. You can't put none of y'all hands on me. Y'all, look. How y'all gonna sit here and put your hands on me? I didn't do it. I'm not under no arrest. I got no warrant. I'm not going anywhere right now. I know I'm not. How can I not walk away? Because I'm telling you, you're being detained. Right? How am I being detained under what? You're for what? How? You had a call. No, you know you had not. What call? When? What time? That's my car. No. Because I've been walking down this road. No. I only walked down this road for 10 minutes. You're going to tell me no? When am I walking to your car for? Walk over to my car right now. For what? You will take a ride. For what? Because I'm investigating what you're doing now. I'm walking because I got no place to stay. Where you been staying? Oh, I'm not over the place. You just came from the road. I'm walking down there, from down there. Did you not cross the road? I crossed the road from right here because there's cars coming on this side of the road. Back over to my car. For what? I'm done. Suspicious person. You hear this? And you're going to co-sign with it, right? Yes, sir. Wow, for what? Your probation.
No. I love that he said that. You're gonna co-sign with this, and this guy says yes, sir. So your buddy's an order following tyrant.
Sorry.
You're gonna do the same thing just because you don't have probable cause that crime is happening.
Well, I
You don't
mean,
have the
you're asking
lesser
when and what, and I told you both.
reasonable activity with suspicion. You're just gonna stop me because you guys say you got a call. You know you're lying. You didn't get a call, and then I'm a suspicious person. This right here is one of the major problems with law enforcement today. And then they don't want to be disrespectful. You're going to say no to me as though they're acting as your parent.
For what? Your probation? No. You can't ask me no questions or pull me over for no reason. No reason. Really? You can't touch me. You can't tell me what to do unless I broke the law. Come on. I'm saying right here, I know my rights. I can walk off right now. If you touch me, you're breaking the law.
I think there's one mix. This is sad about
Now am I going to the car for so we can figure out what's going on, man? Y'all see this? Right?
We're so stupid we don't know what's going on, but here's what we're going to do. we're gonna prohibit your right to travel until we can figure out what's going on. Imagine having a job like this.
How y'all gonna stop me for no reason? How am I suspicious because I did shit in the car? What call? What time? What time?
About 10 minutes ago.
Okay, so I'm suspicious from walking down the road? How is that probable cause? That's not probable cause to stop me if I'm walking on the road. How is that suspicious? How is that suspicious? No. Tell me how that's suspicious. Y'all got the side of the road blocked off. You should have device on if you got me pulled over. You don't got that on. So it doesn't matter. I got probable cause, but there's no cause, there's no nothing. So let me continue walking. We can wait until we figure this out. Figure what out? How am I suspicious? I'm suspicious enough to learn my name? Why? You know I'm back.
Nothing much. This is what I'm hearing now.
I think the cop finally came to the realization that he's wrong, and he has no just cause to put his hands on anybody or detain anybody without probable cause. So now he's going to leave. So it turned into, if you resist, you're going to jail. Now he's going to say, if you don't walk away, you're going to jail.
I'm going to stand right here. Dad. Can I sit on your car? Oh, you know you want me to walk away because you're wrong, right? Now you want me to walk away.
You don't start walking, you get in jail.
If I don't start walking,
ROD, resist, obstruct, delay.
you just tell me to walk. You're telling me to walk right now. Really? Wow.
So these cops are 100% tyrants. These two deputies are from the Onslow County Sheriff's Office. This happened a couple of years ago. This is the first time I'd ever seen this video, and I just wanted to share it with you. Let me know what you think about what these officers
Ain't a whole lot if he's digging 2 years back.
Handled this. The price of freedom is now and will always be eternal vigilance, and indifference to this notion is the means by which the people have and will secure their own oppression. If you have something that happened to you and you recorded it, email me at contact@myimpactfix.com. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody, and I'll see you in the next video.
Hey, Bill. All the snow from this morning is getting rained on and melted, but then it's going to turn icy again. What's the mission today? Just like the title, we're heading to Columbus, little family event. David and Buster's down there.
And what and the right and wrong of police interactions. This episode covers arrestable offenses, resisting arrest, and anti-slap laws. It was brought to us by Canada Schools of Storms Channel. Be sure to check out the description below and give them credit for being there. On December 8, 2022, security officer Stephen Bartle of the Chowsam Trails Verde Valley Campground in Cottonwood, Arizona, called the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office to request a police escort for Park Manager Scott Woolley to speak with member Corey Drew about an ongoing dispute regarding Mr. Drew's service dog and several other issues. Deputy Samuel Contreras arrived at the scene first and found Mr. Drew parked in a white truck on the side of the road. Deputy Contreras activated his emergency lights and pulled nose to nose with the truck. 5 other officers responded to the call, and the interaction that followed was captured by both officer body camera and Mr. Drew's cell phone.
No, what's your emergency?
This is Verde Valley, Contreras, we need the sheriff.
This is the sheriff.
This is a security officer here. We're having an issue with a guest who's become aggravated and is now threatening if we approach him.
Okay. Yeah, what is he doing?
He's threatening. He's
and then he wants us to go over and escort the mail.
He would like to be escorted down and talk to this guy, yeah.
Did you want him to email?
We don't know that.
Okay. Yeah, I do have to that way if you want that using mechanic.
I do not know.
Oh, fuck. Why do I ever do this? This ain't the first time I've done this.
Okay, I did let them know.
So I used to go on this way.
You're in the office right now.
So I'm away.
Do you have backup coming?
We have you.
Guy's an idiot.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, you're under arrest. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. What am I under arrest? Disorderly conduct. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. We'll talk about it. Right now, you're resisting arrest.
Get out of the car, we're going to drive you out. We're going to break your window and drive you out. Don't do this.
What conduct did I do?
Disorderly conduct. It's a criminal charge. ALS 13-1904. Anything that is get out of the car, you're under arrest.
Wait, you witnessed disorderly conduct to arrest?
Get out of the car.
Is there a sergeant here?
My lieutenant's right here. Okay, get out of the car.
Disorderly conduct to arrest? Well, he's saying I'm under arrest. Let's roll on the window and we'll talk to each other. Well, am I under arrest now? So we're doing the best. Not under arrest. Hey guys, you're going to be safe. Being lawfully safe. Okay, I'll agree with you there. You want to act like you're normal? Am I under arrest like you're not? Okay, what is it? You got nothing. What's that funny? They're being safe, right? Deputy Contreras originally tells Mr. Drew that he's under arrest for disorderly conduct. But after Mr. Drew asks the officers if they witnessed him commit any disorderly conduct, Lieutenant Frank Barbaro says that he is not being arrested and is only being detained. Under Section 13-2904 of the Arizona Revised Statutes, quote, a person commits disorderly conduct if
You too, Edwina.
to disturb the
Thank
peace
you.
and quiet of a neighborhood, family, or person, or with knowledge of doing so, such person engages in fighting, violent, or seriously disruptive behavior, or makes unreasonable noise, or uses abusive or offensive language or gestures to any person present in a manner likely to provoke immediate physical retaliation by such person, or makes any protracted commotion, utterance, or display with the intent to prevent the transaction of the business of a lawful meeting, gathering, or procession, or refuses to obey a lawful order to disperse issued to maintain public safety in dangerous proximity to a fire, a hazard, or any other emergency, or recklessly handles, displays, or discharges a deadly weapon or dangerous instruments. The violations of paragraphs 1 through 5 are misdemeanor offenses, whereas violations of paragraph 6 are felonies. And while the description that Mr. Bartle provided regarding Mr. Drew's behavior could
No.
conceivably fall under paragraphs 1
We're still going to be 25 minutes early. We left way early just to be safe.
Therefore, at most, the officers potentially suspected Mr. Drew of misdemeanor disorderly conduct. Section 13-3883 of the Arizona Revised Statutes authorizes peace officers to conduct warrant felony arrests based on probable cause alone. However, the statute limits the authority to conduct warrantless misdemeanor arrests to situations where the offense has been committed in the officer's presence and the officer has probable cause to believe the individual to be arrested has committed the offense. Here, as Mr. Drew pointed out, the officers did not personally witness him engage in any disorderly conduct, and so they could not lawfully arrest him for misdemeanor disorderly conduct under the state statute. Additionally, even if the officers had personally witnessed Mr. Drew's interaction with the Thousand Trail staff, it is highly questionable that a court would conclude they had probable cause to arrest him based on his conduct during his argument with the staff, as the available video footage did not seem to rise to the level of criminal misconduct.
Good fucking fight. Idiots.
I'm not going to answer any questions because this is the big difference. We're going to take you out of that. You've gone down the window with the whole way, unexperienced, but we're going to break you out of the car. Roll down the window. This is really good. We're getting to the point where this is going to be okay, wait. Mr. Drew repeatedly refuses to exit his vehicle, and as a result, he was eventually charged with resisting arrest, failure to comply with a peace officer, and failure to stop or provide identification. Section 13-2508 of the Arizona Revised Statute states that, quote, a person commits resisting arrest by intentionally preventing or attempting to prevent a person reasonably known to him.
There's a sign that says audio, video recording, or live streaming is not permitted without the express consent of all persons. Just get another job. Get a. I was gonna trespass you after the city park. You might end up in person. All right, so I'm just gonna tell you this one time. This is a city park. Mayor's Plaza, Park. This is deemed a city park. According to our ordinance, we're not allowed to panhandle in the city park. You've already done that in my presence. Okay. You can panhandle anywhere in the city that's not deemed a city park. So at this point, I'm going to issue you a trespass warning. You are now welcome on the property. You can now return within 18 months. I can't wait to see you next.
So, this is the preview.
Yes! Hello, my beautiful friends. What an amazing day it is. Happy Saturday. Let us wait for those tubes to connect themselves. Sometimes locals is a little bit slower on the Saturdays. But there it is. Hello, locals. That was faster than normal. It's great to see everybody. John, making some croissants with spoon. That sounds delicious. It's a beautiful day, my friends. I hope your rest was outstanding. Welcome back. And it's Friday.
Yeah, you just missed her.
We had a great Friday. We got follow-ups to Friday. We got Doge stuff.
Long we've been streaming.
We got a Jack Smith story. We've got Eric Adams nonsense coming out. But let's follow up on yesterday and see what else is percolating out there.
She's good. She's doing some work while we're driving. Lexi.
Excited to share this with you too. We got it's all centered around.
Hi, I'm good. Sorry,
Let's see what the president
under the gun right now for a progress note. So.
Saw that he was flying over there late yesterday evening. Traveling over there.
Yeah.
Landed in Palm Beach. Then he's now.
I met with him at 1, so I have to have it
Stan
by
doesn't
1.
have much more today. As you can see this morning, a bunch of Washington Journal stuff.
I missed you, remote.
Tomorrow, same thing happening. We got Aaron stuff. We got Eric Adams stuff. But as you saw on the headline, as we started today, this was the big story here.
Oh, bam! Piggy. Yep, still there.
Off by 10 G's. But here's the real story. Jack Smith got a special gift. 140 G's. Free legal services. Don't really know why. That's a lot of legal services. Could it be because he was concerned about possible criminality?
Oh, no, you're not interrupting. I'm interrupting.
Illegal office? Well, they don't really know. But Politico got their
You're good, man.
Story. Cheney and Bernstein says that Jack, we know who he is, not a real boy, illegitimate special counsel, is explaining that they got $140,000 in pro bono legal services, and the law firm that did this is Covington and Burling. That's according to disclosure that Politico obtained, which looks like this. Form 278E, Public Financial Disclosure Report by John, a.k.a. Jack Smith. See him there. Electronic signature saying I certify that the following is true, complete, and correct to the best of my knowledge.
And I also confirm, says this ethics certification, so on, that this is all the
Only 1,100 miles to Tampa, babe.
Here we
Want to do it?
some obvious disclosures.
We may have to fill the tank a couple more times. Maybe about it. A few more times.
Soon, lots of
400 miles per gallon.
investments, Vanguard investment funds,
Only one bathroom stop though. So.
index funds, transactions, gifts. Aha! There it is. Covington and Berlin LLP, legal services, $140,000. Oh, that's amazing! Wow, that's like somebody's working with Jack an entire year for free. So inherited assets and more. He does a lot of investments and a lot of disclosures here. But $140,000 from that law firm. Very curious. Now, a spokesperson from Covington declined to comment. Two of the Covington lawyers who represented Smith, Koski and Brewer, also did not respond for a request for comment. Not clear exactly why he got outside the race, but Trump repeatedly railed against Smith and his team, vowing to prosecute them criminally, as they should. They ought to throw Jack Smith and his thugs in jail, said Trump in 2023, which will hopefully happen soon because they did break the law. In her first day of the job, Pam Bondi said they were going to form a weaponization committee and investigate these crimes. But this, of course, has not happened yet. Jack, they say, spent more than $50 million targeting Trump. Way more than that, probably half of it. US ALP money is dumped into there. So obviously that has happened, and Jack Smith is now hopefully going to have to explain that. What was all that money for if they were not breaking the law? What was it for? Why did he use the DOJ resources or the Office of who was the Office of Special Counsel? But they have inspector generals, and there's various ethics committees that he could, of course, go to get opinions on things. And
I would say the majority of them would.
I wonder if Merrick Garland was advised that Jack Smith was getting outside.
I left a review for it on Google Maps.
So that happened. We also saw yesterday, follow up to the story on the ordered firing of Mayor Adams. Emil Beauvais, I want you to get that right. Emil Beauvais, or Emil. He ordered Danielle Sassoon to fire or to dismiss the case against Mayor Adams. She did not do that. She said, I'll resign. I said, great. I agree. Get out. We read the letter. So then apparently it went over to a whole team of people, and they said somebody on this team needs to make the decision and go submit the motion to dismiss. And so then that happened, and here is the final document that you out. So you can see the person who signed this was Antoinette Bacon and Ed Sullivan, Senior Litigation Counsel, and also Emil Beauvais signed there. Now, we heard from Trump yesterday. He was explaining that Tuesday there's going to be some serious changes, right?
Yeah, right. Good luck with that. They're just following their directions.
And there may be some
El Presidente. They're going to have to sue Apple too because they just switched it as well.
Noel Cross.
Both Google Maps and Apple Maps switched both.
The United States submits this motion seeking dismissal without
both Google Maps and iPhone Maps, Apple Maps, whatever. Switch the name of the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America.
Eric Adams has been sent into this. He says, I am not the prevailing party for the purposes of the Hyde Amendment. He was charged in an indictment, we remember that. And now Emil Beauvais deems this dismissal as appropriate. Now, in connection with the determination and the directive, they also concluded that dismissal is necessary because of the appearances of impropriety and the risks with the 2025 elections in New York City because Damian Williams, the guy who indicted him, wants to run against him. The acting deputy attorney general reached that conclusion based upon other things, a review of Damian Williams' website contained by him and an op-ed published by Damian Williams. Now, in connection with that determination, acting deputy O'Neill also concluded that continuing these proceedings would interfere with Adams' ability to govern, poses unacceptable threats.
15 minutes, guys.
Also, we reached this conclusion after learning, among other things, that as a result of these proceedings, Adams has been denied access to sensitive information that we believe he needs for the city. So accordingly, we are entering this without prejudice, and so the case is now going to go bye-bye. Signed here by FOA, so ordered by the judge. When he signs that, well, that will come soon. And that will be the end of that case. So O'Neill wins, those other prosecutors are now gone, and it ultimately happens regardless. So good stuff there. And this was another interesting story. You may have seen this. There were Doge fraudsters trying to invade various agencies in San Francisco. The San Francisco Sheriff's Office says at 12 p.m. today, 3 men dressed in Doge shirts and MAGA hats entered various offices at San Francisco City Hall, demanding that employees turn over digital information related to alleged wasteful government spending and fraud. The employees refused their requests and called San Francisco Sheriff deputies. Deputies immediately responded, but the individuals had already fled. The incident is currently under investigation. We're reviewing surveillance using other investigative tools. We do not believe that they were actual representatives from those. That we can fool them. What kind of getaway outfit should we wear? Just put on a MAGA hat. They'll believe you. Let them in. They have MAGA hats on. All right, they're from the government, obviously. So here's the statement at 12 p.m. We're reviewing the same thing right there. From County of San Francisco. And there was a news report that sounded like this.
Give her a bad review.
News out of San Francisco right now, where sheriff's deputies say 3 men posing as Department of Government Efficiency or DOGE employees tried to get access to City Hall today. The sheriff's office says 3 men were wearing MAGA hats and Department of Government Efficiency t-shirts. So they went into several offices, demanded information on alleged wasteful spending and fraud. The employees refused and called the sheriff's office, but the men fled before deputies arrived. The sheriff's office says they are reviewing surveillance video now, but they do not believe the men were able to access any information.
You know, it's an interesting tactic. It's like, why didn't I think of that? Just put on a MAGA hat. Like, I know there's fraud in here. I'll walk right into Chris Mace's office in Arizona, or Katie Hobbs's office, and just demand their records. I want all your spreadsheets right now. What the hell are you? I'm with Doge. How do I know? Look at my outfit. Who else would I be with? Okay, here's the documents. Aha! You did steal the election, so it'll be a lot of fun. But not gonna work, so we'll just see. But he has some other good reports here. You can see Secretary Brooke Rollins posted this one, and he is the new Secretary of Ag, saving us tons of money from the get-go. Says the American people gave us a mandate in the waste and the fraud and the abuse. There are a couple of things we've done. Media contracts, including Politico, now nuked. $2.77 million on that one. DEI
Department of Government Efficiency.
$74,000 recouped. Brazilian forest and gender consultant. That person was probably $229,000 a year gone. And so in total, we saved $132 million today. We had 78 contracts.
8 minutes to spare.
But I still have, but then I had a 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 4 o'clock.
1,000 more currently in the review.
So I got to keep going.
So stay tuned there. And that's just outstanding. Why do we need Brazilian gender consultants? Forest and gender consultants? Like, is there an overlap there? Like, are the trees now gendered? You have to deduce the pronouns from the redwoods. There's really redwoods in Brazil. What's going on down there in Brazil? I don't know. So, good news up there from Brooke Rollins. We also are seeing that Trump and Hannity sat down along with Elon. And they're going to release a full interview. I think this is coming out next week, but they did drop this preview on this exchange.
You have to be keenly aware that the media,
the parliamentary class. I think you've proven they have no power anymore because they threw everything they had at you and they didn't win. And that was, the New York Times, Washington Post, 3 networks, every late night comedy show, 2 cable channels. They threw everything, lawfare, weaponization. And now I see they want you two to start. They want a divorce. They want you two to start hating each other. And they try. Oh, President Elon Musk, for example.
Kennedy asks the longest questions in the whole planet.
You do know that they're doing that to you.
Oh, I see it all the time. They tried it, then they stopped. That wasn't. They have many different things of hatred. Actually, Elon called me. He said, they're trying to drive us apart. I said, absolutely. No, they said, we have breaking news. Donald Trump has ceded control of the presidency to Elon Musk. President Musk will be attending a cabinet meeting tonight at 8 o'clock. And I said, it's just so obvious. They're so bad at it. I used to think they were good at it. They're actually bad at it because if they were good at it, I'd never be president. Because I think nobody in history has ever gotten more bad publicity than me. I could do the greatest things. I get 98% bad publicity. I could do, outside of you, a few of your very good friends. Right? It's like the craziest thing. But you know what I have learned, Elon? The people are smart. They get it.
Yeah, they do.
They get it. They really see what's happening.
Yeah, because we are tired of the grift continuing and all of our tax dollars being siphoned out of our country in the foreign lands. It's enough already. So, and this is pretty standard politics, by the way. They always try to drive wedges. It's not just between Trump and Elon. That is for sure the focal point of this current wave that we're going through. But they do this with everybody.
Very classic.
You can't even see it. The wedges they drive. They're doing it a lot with Trump. And you'll notice it actually. It's been fever pitch over the last few days because they come back to Trump. They say, "Oh, Pete Hegseth said something else. What do you think about what Pete Hegseth said?" Pete Hegseth was talking about Ukraine and NATO. And did he jump the gun? Did he try to say something that's not in alignment with your vision, Mr. President? I said, "What? I didn't do it. Relax, okay? He's doing a great job. Shut up." And then go to the next person. J.D. Vance was in Munich. And in Munich, he said this. Did you hear that? JD's doing an amazing job. So it's kind of this constant frame driving.
It's best to take a bite and dip it. So the inside bread
just washing it off. Yeah, doing a great job, right? And the team is feeling very unified, which is great. Like, you never talk bad about your own team. Even if that kid's a loser and he's mad at him, you guys are whatever, you still don't talk garbage about it because you guys are on the same team. Reagan had that rule, right? And never talk badly about a Republican. So he's a pretty good default rule. And you've got stuff that you want to do, things you want to win. So we got Caitlin Collins here, and she was reporting on yesterday. We talked about that mugshot. They hung up there right in the outer oval, and Caitlin Collins made a whole little short video about it, which is pretty funny because for them it's like cognitive dissonance or something. They're like, how can a mugshot be in the Oval Office? Because the Oval Office is like legitimate, and Fani Willis, your prosecution, is also legitimate, and they resulted in this mugshot. So it doesn't compute. It's like very confusing and shocking to them. And so let's listen to how they are right through this one.
Not only have we never had a U.S. president with a mugshot, I'm not sure we've ever had a mugshot hanging outside of the Oval Office.
Fucking awesome.
But that is where President Trump misplaced his when he was indicted in Fulton County, Georgia, for his efforts to overturn the election. We learned a few days ago he is a framed cover of the New York Post with his mugshot just outside the Oval Office in what is known as the Outer Oval. And we discovered this when he was greeting the Indian Prime Minister. They were seated.
It's like a news report, okay? And the people who they made this for, the people who are watching this, are all like, "Oh my God, I can't believe he's desecrated the Oval Office like this." Right? It's a rage bait video. We discovered this mugshot. You should bring it into the Oval.
Chairs in front of the fireplace in the Oval, but just over the shoulder of his chief of staff, Susie Wiles, you could see the president's mugshot there as he's framed. His aide and person who is his social media guru, really, Dan Scavino, posted a video of it saying, "Happy Valentine's Day" from the beautiful Oval Office. This has really become a rallying cry that Trump has used on the campaign trail. They even put it on merch and sold it featuring his mugshot. and now it has a home outside of the Oval Office as well.
Yep, and he's got the Oval Office, which is really the key.
Okay,
thing
Miss
there,
Unibrow.
So pretty funny. I love it. And you just know, okay, people are sharing this is going around all the lefty little group messages, you know. They're all sending it via email and forwarding it.
Yeah, he's been a U.S. citizen for a very long time.
A felon because they're so obsessed with their labels. And it's a sham. The whole thing's a sham. The mugshot came from Fannie Willis, who was banging her special counsel and grifting $700,000. And speaking of Fannie, I think Bill Holloway had some images from her little event last night. She was doing her Madam DA with Jasmine Crockett. All right, so Phil Holloway. Let's make sure I think he's the Georgia. He's in the Georgia.
American really isn't a citizenship.
And let's see. Yeah, he posted a couple photos.
U.S. is.
Here's some pics from the Fannie Willis inauguration.
Canadians
looks
are
like
technically
quite
Americans.
the party. And guess who's there?
Mexicans are technically Americans.
It's Nathan. That's great. That's great. So he's there. They're partying, man, like it ain't nothing. And this nice looking suit's outside $700,000. Get you Georgia taxpayer dollars. That's good suit, man. Nice suit. Oh, nice shoes. What is that? Like alligator or something? Oh wow, pretty expensive. Nathan Wade there having a great time with his, I guess his mistress, because he was married at the time. And there's Fannie. Amazing. Look at that outfit, huh? Wow, outstanding. Madam DA, for the love of justice, had a stage, had everything. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. So, shout out to Phil Holloway for sharing that one. Yeah, that was yesterday. That was Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday. They didn't do it on Valentine's Day. So it was Thursday. The mistress of ceremonies, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, one of the most racist congresspeople in existence, maybe of all time, is Jasmine Crockett. So anyways, so that happened there. Pretty fun. They were having a fun time with the actual mugshot that was totally rigged against the president. But we also had Howard Lutnick in the Oval Office talking about.
He had to gain citizenship. He wasn't automatically a citizen.
Nanny state.
He earned it.
Feeling the end of the nanny state. From straws made of paper to regulation endlessly harming Americans and holding us back. It slows down our production and manufacturing, which we were talking about with the Prime Minister of India yesterday. You're hearing that about energy dominance. It's going to go away. We're going to care about Americans. Trump administration
his brain. God damn it.
cares about Americans, and you're going to feel it change. You're going to feel the price of energy
let's
come
do
down.
fucking 50
feel
on
prices
fucking
come
70.
down. You're going to feel an explosion.
Idiot.
The golden age of manufacturing of America has always been there. It's just been stifled by regulation, and that time is over.
Nice. All right, so the whole crew's back there talking about what is coming, and it is a feeling that I think is underway, and I'm trying to figure out what I did with this one clip or this one video. Yes, so here are some of the changes that are happening. I have a long reported this. Economist and columnist from the Washington Post, data person. So do you feel this one? Roughly 275.
Actually, can you drop the link to the Rumble stream, please? I'm about to green screen YouTube.
Amazing. 75,000, she says, took the buyout vote. 200,000 probationary workers were also let go. The White House has not confirmed the total, but this is how many were on probationary status. He says that's a lot of lives upended. You know, many government services will be impacted. While most organizations can survive a 10% cut, keep in mind these cuts were not even across the cup for the government. Many agencies were hit hard in the first term, are now being afuera. This is something that has to happen. You can have empathy, I think, for the people who are having a major shift in their lives. I'm sure many people are not expecting this.
I gotta go empty all that out, reorganize it, you know.
And so I think you can be empathetic for the people who are shell shocked by this, right? Okay, we've been taking care of you on the federal government seat for a long time. Hopefully you enjoyed it. You've got a lot of great skills, we know, and all that great training and all these
Sure, guys, we're doing most of our streaming on Rumble now.
Sector, like the rest of us.
We'll keep YouTube up, but
It would just break it. Make it. Think about this.
you're just gonna see a green screen. The channel will still be open.
An opportunity, literally, right, to change the course of your life for the better. You can re-envision yourself as a blank slate, and so on and so forth. But this is still necessary for the government to do, necessary for the country in order to right the wrong. Right, the incapacity problems that our own government has facilitated. And it's a good start, and it's happening now. So 275,000 gone, 10% of the workforce. And again, this agency is a pretty big start. They can sue, and they can have DC judges file TROs or order TROs and stop some of this stuff from happening, but the floodgates are already well underway, and this is a major shift. I think beyond what anybody was even expecting, and it's just getting started. So here's more. This is Secretary Duffy talking about vehicles, Department of Transportation. We're going to rectify that. We're going to bring the cost of cars down. Right, the whole crew was there yesterday.
We've introduced our rules to start to look at the CAFE standards. So we're looking at how much it costs for end users when they put gas in their car. And the Biden era standards are costing billions of dollars